We are following that breaking news in the Karen Reed murder trial. Just moments ago, a mistrial declared after jurors announced they were deadlocked for a third time. The deeply divided jury saying it cannot unanimously decide whether it's a case of deadly romance or a police conspiracy. There are claims that Reed ran down her Boston cop boyfriend with her SUV back in 2022, leaving him to die in the snow. The defense, though, claims police framed Reed to cover up a fight during a party at the home of one of his fellow officers. Correspondent Alex Capriello is live for us outside the courthouse. Lots of activity. Alex, kind of walk us through what just happened.
Yeah, an unbelievable moment. It's the fifth day of deliberation, the 25th hour, the 50th minute, and it was at that time that the jury sent a note to the judge saying that they were at an impasse that they feel like they were not going to be able to overcome. In the words of the note that they wrote to the judge, it says, despite our rigorous efforts, we remain starkly divided. Basically, it sounds as if it was not just one or two holdouts, but it was a room of 12 jury members who were deeply divided, feeling as if their convictions were not willing to be overturned without compromising their own moral integrity. And the judge basically saying, I do not want to make anyone do that. And for that reason, she declared a mistrial. It was a monumental moment, obviously, for a criminal trial that has captured the attention of so many people all across the world. So many people here outside the courthouse believing that Karen Reed was not guilty of the crimes that she was accused of, that she was being framed in some sort of police cover-up and conspiracy. But at the same time, counter-protesters who believe the evidence points to her overwhelming guilt. In the end, Karen Reed stood up and hugged her family and her supporters, thanking many of them as she came out. And just now you heard a very brief press conference on the courthouse steps where her attorneys thanked the supporters who have been out here each and every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw Karen Reed there, as you said, a big smile on her face. But again, not a not guilty verdict, but in fact a mistrial. So Alex, just talk about the overall reaction there outside of the courthouse in Dedham.
Yeah, it was actually an unbelievable moment because at the same time that the judge was declaring a mistrial, the clouds here in Dedham, Massachusetts just opened up and started pouring rain. But it certainly didn't rain on their parade. So many people here that have been supporting Karen Reed each and every day, standing outside here in the downpour, cheering and shouting with joy that the fact that a mistrial had been granted. Of course, it wasn't the overall resolution that they were hoping for. They felt as if the evidence was so strong, pointing to her innocence. Many of them told me that they were surprised, in fact, that the deliberations were taking this long, that they thought it was going to be a not guilty verdict on the very first day. But here we are, 25 hours of deliberations in. It's not a guilty verdict. It's not a not guilty verdict. It's a mistrial at this point. But certainly a lot of happy people that are out here and have been supporting Karen Reed from the very beginning.
Yeah, so we will see what happens next. Alex Capriello, live for us there in Massachusetts. Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.